everybody, welcome back to another Skylanders video. In this video, we're gonna talk about something that a lot of people will be interested in, fucking tier lists. Yeah. But sorry to say, that was just a bait title. It's not gonna be a tier list. I'm sorry. But wait, before you leave this video, the reason why you're looking for a tier list is the fact that you're new to this game and you want to know what's good for you and what's not, right? To know whether your monster box is trash and whether you can use this to progress far into the game. Yes? So I have that all covered for you, so that would be better than a fucking tier list, because tier lists are all fucking misleading and everyone that I've seen on YouTube are garbage, okay? So, since we're on this topic, let's jump right into it. I have like a lot of things like written up here, motherfuckers. This is a very hefty topic, like lots of shit to talk about. Without further ado, let's jump right into it. Okay, so first questions first, before you choose like whatever advice to follow, right? You must ask yourself, are you a free-to-play player? Are you a poor person? Or are you like a fucking whale crazy motherfucker who would spend any amount of money on the game? Because these two decides the outcome of this thing, like what to go for, you know? Because like, okay, very simple put it, like if you're free to play, you kind of don't want anything that requires too much resources because you can't spend money for these skill stones. And if you are a whale, then all this doesn't really matter. But whales also do need advices. I mean, like, you're just starting the game, you kind of want to like maximize your time and all that. And if you're a whale, you want to catch up to like the higher level players ASAP. Am I right? So, without further ado, I would just like throw it out there. Like, what are the best legendary units to go for? Okay, the first one would be Ambush. Second one, Ember. Third one, Typepool. Fourth one, Kingpin. Fifth one is Pit Boss, and the sixth one is a Stormblade. Okay, all these 6 units are very good to start off the game with. I mean, well, if you've seen a lot of tier lists already, right? Before you reach to this one, I guess like a lot of these units are on the list, but I guess nobody really recommend you to start off with a Kingpin, which is a legendary tank, right? But we do. I mean, like I do have a viewer who started off like basically with only Kingpin and Pit Boss as his legendaries, and he went with heroic DPS, and it actually works. It cleared all content really good. He's high up in arena, and all PvE contents have like great scores, and so we can actually approach it that way. So like, having that said, all these 6 legendary units, it depends on your playstyle. Okay, for Ambush, like it is the best tank. Like it's very tanky while he's able to hit very hard. He's tanky plus hard hitting, so like I went Ambush for my first legendary, and here's my favorite unit in the game. Second one is Ember. Ember is squishier than Ambush, but Ember outputs like AoE damage, and he has a 6 endurance down third skill, so that's pretty nice. Typepool is maybe not too popular for the newer players, because Typepool just recently became really strong with the current PvP meta. But PvP aside, Typepool is really good in Dark Subjugation and Gold Dungeon. Before this, when all the old tier lists came out, they did not have Gold Dungeon to like factor whether or not this unit is good, right? But Typepool works wonders in what do you call it? Gold Dungeon, yeah? So, and Kingpin is hands down the best tank, and he will help you significantly in Dark Subjugation. If you are so new into the game that you don't even know what is Dark Subjugation, if you don't know what is, what do you call it? Gold Dungeon and all this, Dark Subjugation is basically the place, the content where you clear to get keys to super boost your units to make it more viable for using. Okay, without keys, without super boost, your units are basically garbage, okay? And the units that I stated here, you can select it for your account, like they give you a free legendary, right? If you don't get it, you can just reroll your account and shit like that. But 1 unit is not enough. You need like 5 copies of him, so you can use super boost keys as replacement. As free-to-play players, you're not gonna summon as much, right? So this content is really important because it has the so-called very scarce resource that the game gives you for free. And on top of that, like also yeah, basically that. Okay, Dark Subjugation is really important factor to like you know, factor in. So Kingpin is really good in PvP, and also Dark Subjugation. And like having a very strong tank just like take off the whole worry about having, you know, to use a tank away like entirely. Like I've been trying Wildfire, I've been trying Chill, I've been trying Eruptor, I've been trying I wanted to try T-Rex. I was like, you know what, fuck this, I'll just go for Kingpin. You know, like Kingpin is really good all around tank. He's a very how do I put this, he applies freeze and all that thing. Like he's really good. Okay, he's really good. He applies freeze when someone attacks him, and he can land like 100% freeze if he has enough effect accuracy on the enemy. Like AoE 3 turns, that's pretty sick. And freeze is super big in Dark Subjugation, so Kingpin is beautiful. Okay, and Pit Boss, I would say, is the best unit to have in the game. Yeah, like out of all the DPS, all the fancy damage dealers, Pit Boss is the #1 unit that you must have, you should have, because it will make your life so much easier. Because with Pit Boss in your team, PvP is a breeze. PvE too. Like he's good in he's good in all content. Maybe not the best for Dark Subjugation because Zulu is better. But he's good in C6. He will help you throughout the game. Long story short, he'll help you throughout the game. Pit Boss heals, Pit Boss strips, Pit Boss buffs attack. Attack up to 70%. And the strip is big because like that's, you know, like any tank you put in, you have high enough effect accuracy, you just strip the tank, voila, you're done. I mean, you stripped and then you can go kill the rest of the team basically. So there you have it. Pit Boss. I know like you guys want like cool damage dealers and all that. Like in any game you play, you want the best DPS so that they can like bring you through content easier. But Pit Boss, my man, is definitely consider it, because in a lot of top tier PvP, they majority all of them uses Pit Boss, and you can ask all of them. Everyone uses their Pit Boss in almost all content. Okay, and the last but not least, Stormblade is super good as well. It's a very godly AoE damage dealer. You can go head on to Chain BQ's YouTube channel to see how godly a Stormblade can be. It is really solid. It's a really good unit. I would definitely recommend choosing him if you like AoE cleaves kind of thing, you know, like just swoop. Chain BQ actually literally did the whole content in this entire game with just one Stormblade, okay? One Stormblade, Vampire Enchant, soloed the entire game. All content, C6, this thing, what was this? Scroll dungeon, right? Scroll dungeon, 4th floor, awakening, everything, basically everything, with Stormblade alone, solo. So you might want to go for him. Yeah, he's really good. So that's all the legendaries that I have for you. For the rest, they are good, but not for you. Because to be honest, if you're looking at a tier list, means you're still new to the game. If you're still new to the game, that means you're still not in the place where you should worry about PvP. As in like in higher levels. At lower level, anything goes, okay? The better your Ether, the higher your climb. But at higher levels, like Ether alone won't get you like #1. So we'll save that topic for another day. But these are the 6 legendaries if you're just starting the game, or if you feel like your game kind of suck, you want to reroll. These are the 6 legendaries I would recommend you to go for. If you can roll for 2 of them, nice, like Pit Boss and something else, or Pit Boss with Kingpin, I don't know, but like Pit Boss is a really nice thing. Like I would suggest you to get it as your first legendary, because I'm talking from my heart. I don't have a Pit Boss on my main, okay? It's sad, and I cannot deal with tanks. I just have to kill the tanks, and sometimes it takes too long, I lose. Okay, so having all that said, we covered the legendaries. Like, what about all the Starcast is beautiful, Aurora is great, Nightmare is beautiful, all the LD units are beautiful, but you cannot max them yet, as in like using keys. Until that happens, like I don't think light dark units are really viable unless you're like a Leviathan, okay? Like we spend like heck ton of money, so we just don't include that in for our consideration. As I said, this is not really a tier list, it's just more like a beginner guide. So yep, there you have it, my input on the first 6 legendaries. So how to build a team around it, how many legendaries, how many heroics? Yeah, the next question. I would recommend, like, if you're free to play and if you're casual, don't go for too many legendaries. Like now I'm running 2 legendaries, right? And soon to be 3. Actually, I'm running 3 already, soon to be 4. You know, like, because I spent a little bit of money and a lot of time. And a bit of money. So it's up to you. If you're entirely free to play and you want to enjoy the game, don't burden yourself with too many legendaries. It's like legendaries are like a fucking fancy car, okay? You can afford to take up loan for 2 cars, for example, but it will like burden you down. You cannot enjoy life. I'm not sure if that's really helpful in terms of analogy, but I hope you get the point. It's too much resources required to build one single legendary. Second to the super boost keys, these skill stones in this game is super scarce. Okay, now they have improved it. You can get it from arena, and they have improved arena points, so that's nice. But I think skill ups are really important. Like we need 35 stones for 1 skill, and legendaries have 5 skills. If you want to max all 5, you need 35 skill ups, which you multiply, it's 165 of that yellow stone. That's a lot. I calculated it right? Something like that, okay? It's just fucking expensive to level up legendaries. So I would like consider you to, I would recommend you to not do that. Okay. If we are going to talk about composition, like I would suggest 1 legendary, 2 heroics, and 1 rare. 1 rare being Flashwing. Okay, I did not recommend Mystic Cat to be your starting legendary. I know she's really good, but I don't think she is essential for any of the content except for episode dungeon. But I do not think that you need to pull a Mystic Cat just to clear a content that will most probably give you gold and ether from the legendary chest box. Okay. Last time, back in the day, like a couple of weeks back, like Mystic Cat might seem still relevant in arena. I don't think he is now. So I would, Mystic Cat is definitely good, but not recommended as your first legendary. If you get her later into the game, good. But you kind of don't want to spend too much on, resources on her yet, because units like Zulu will help you better and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Okay, there are lots of better options for the current content that we have. So I would suggest to do the Skippy on Mystic Cat. Okay, so you go with 1 legendary, 2 heroics, 1 rare. I think is the healthy amount. Let's jump onto my alt, the free to play one, and let's see how much resources I had to like upgrade all my shit, and we can roughly gauge you know, like what are we looking at, like what resources, like what amount of units we can build on a free to play account. Okay, so now we are here on my free-to-play alt account. I just show you that it's free-to-play, okay? Not even 1 cent spent on this account. And we are 45, I don't know how many days in. I think this is the 2nd month. So like 28 plus 9. Oh wait, is this the 3rd month? Holy shit, I cannot remember. Is it this? Okay, level 40. Okay, just look at the level, then don't care about how old the account. Okay, at level 40, this unit here is max super boosted, max skilled on the ones that I want to skill him up, and I have like a lot of skill stones left. So basically, what I'm trying to say here is, as a free-to-play player, okay, not many. As a free-to-play player, you can actually upgrade a legendary. Don't listen to some other fucking YouTubers. Actually, maybe there are none that said not to use legendary. I don't know. I'm not too sure. But you can definitely use at least 1 legendary, and you can actually go for a 2nd one. Like at this level 40, and I have my pit boss here ready already, upgrading his skill already, and I've not done Mirage Tower for this month yet. Yeah, I think I've only done Mirage Tower once, and then this will be the 2nd time on this account. I'm not too sure, guys. I can't remember. I'm sorry. I'm not too sure how long the game has been out to. Like, I've not done this also. So that will all add up, okay, to my skill stones. And I think I can level up 1 more legendary, and I will be leveling up Pit Boss. But unfortunately, this account is for test purposes, right? So he's not doing too well in Duck Subjugation. So I'm getting keys at a very slow rate. And I'm gonna be frank with you, like I do miss out sometimes like on Duck Sub, and but long story short, these are the compositions. Like I went for 1 legendary, 2 heroics, and 1 rare. Okay, I built Ignited for Sky Tower and also Gold Dungeon because like I need the 4th damage dealer, right? But I don't like him, so I'm building Thunderbolt next. So, having all that said, you know, like, having all that said, for free-to-play, you can definitely consider 1 legendary, 2 heroics, 1 rare, or 2 legendaries, 1 heroic, 1 rare, but just start off with 1 legendary first, and then after you're done with 1, you move on to the next. Okay, don't rush it, don't build too many projects, focus on a few units first, and there you have it. And if you realize, like, I don't have a tank on this account, and I don't really intend to care too much about the tank, like, I have Kingpin at Super Boost 1, we might use him, but looking at the Super Boost keys condition, like the situation we're in, I think it's gonna take some time. Okay, we'll see, maybe I'll use him, maybe I won't, we'll see. Okay, so for you pay to win motherfuckers, you'll be like, okay, so we have lots of money, we can just choose whatever the fuck we want, can we? No. Okay, not so fast, because like okay, if nah, you'll be watching this in March most probably. So like the cool, I mean not the cool thing, like this thing all resets on a monthly basis, yeah. So this thing resets in a month on a monthly basis. Hey, wait. Why am I showing Glory Shop? I mean like this one. Wait. Where is that? Okay, this one is one thing. Like skill ups is the most important thing. Like it's the hardest thing to deal with if you're making a lot of legendaries. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay. So this legendary stones are basically 4 times a month. If you can buy all 4, then you know what? Yeah, I think you can straight away go like full legendary for pay to win people, you know? Just buy 4 of these, just buy 1 of these. This is $50 pack, this is $100 pack. Just buy everything. Yeah, and I think you'll be Gucci, yeah? Like the awakening and evolution is just a matter of time. It'll be slower if you play with legendaries, but just take your time. Why are you in a rush? You know what I'm saying? You know, okay, so for free-to-play players, go 3 legendaries, 1 heroic, like, you know, just pump it up a little bit. The team that I would suggest for pay-to-win people, right now, the hottest team would be Type Pool, Ambush, Nightfall, and Pit Boss. Okay, Nightfall is a light dark unit. You have to spend a lot of money to super boost her to the max, but if you do not have a Nightfall, I think like somehow any other units, yeah, like the ones that I listed just now, like even Stormblade or whatsoever, like they're all good. Okay, just go for all those. Like, okay, pay to win, just go everything. Okay, so for back to all the poor people like me, okay. I would recommend 1 legendary first, and then slowly work your way up to like the second one, and so on. Okay, so what goes well? Okay, we'll go back to like the 6 I recommended, and I will throw out some team recommendations for those 6 legendaries. Okay, so the first one, Ambush. Like I would suggest Ambush, Super Shot Stealth Elf, and then coupled with Flashwing. And I mean like Flashwing is it's like bread and butter. Okay, like you just put Flashwing in every team. Okay, especially if you're new, you're definitely gonna use Flashwing, and just use Flashwing. It's not too bad, he's good even in late game, because in Ducks Up, if you pair him with Kingpin's leader skill, you get like that endurance up thingy. You can heal also. Okay, it's quite good. Flashwing is quite good. It's just that he's a little bit too squishy because of his item slots and the fact that he's a rare unit. So but still use him. Okay, so we're gonna talk about 3 units only. I would suggest Ambush, Super Shot Stealth Elf, and Flashwing. This is for poor people, and it's really nice to start the game with. Like Stealth Elf, I really enjoyed using Stealth Elf during my earlier days. I feel like he's good. Okay, did you get that down? Okay, if you want to go like even more epic, like maybe you can throw in Ambush, Super Shot Stealth Elf, Enigma, and Flashwing. Enigma is a very good support unit. To check how he actually works, go check out Chain BQ. I'll link Chain BQ's YouTube link down in the description below. Yeah, go check his video out. Like he showcased like how Enigma works and how Super Shot Stealth Elf with her is super beautiful. Very nice. And you will hear me suggesting Super Shot Stealth Elf a lot because he's one of the best heroics out there, for me at least personally. Okay, so Ambush goes well with these teams, and we're not gonna recommend any Diminish or Poison simply because I don't like them. Okay, I don't see a need for them for any of the content that we have right now. It doesn't speed up the runs. You just want outright damage. Like, you know, just go for it. Like just nuke the shit out of it. you kind of don't care about all this diminished poison like Sting Bomb, Roller Brawl. I don't give a shit about them, to be honest, okay? A lot of people say, oh, they're good Plague Team. I beg to differ. They fall off really badly in late game, and if you're free to play, you kind of want to like be very mindful of your resources, because once you fuck up, it's hard to recover, especially for a free to play player. Okay, so I will not be recommending those, but if you like it, just go ahead. You know, like there's a lot of Plague Team videos out there, but I don't think it's relevant anymore. It might be good back then because we were just starting out, right? We thought like C6 is gonna be hard, but C6 is easy. All PvE content in this game is fucking easy. Not even undermining the game, it is fucking easy. Trust me, I played this account with no synergy. I just made Sharpshooter for the memes, okay? And Airstrike, I don't... You see, like, all trash shits, okay? And I can clear C6 in 13 turns, okay? Of course, with 6-star gear on my Spitfire and Sharpshooter. But before that, it was like 17 turns, 18 turns. But long story short, you can clear all content without caring too much about poison and diminish. I don't think they are good. So we'll leave that out, okay? So Ambush with Super Shot, Stealth Elf, and Flash Wing. Just go with that. You won't go wrong. As you progress, you can swap out Stealth Elf and put in a tank, like maybe Eruptor, like for your PvP. Or if you don't see a need for that, you want more damage output, you can swap this out for Enigma. Enigma is super good in that team particularly with Super Shot, Stealth Elf. Okay, moving on. Ember. Ember is good with Smolder, Flare Wolf, just because she's fire. But to be honest, you can use Ember, Super Shot, Stealth Elf, Flash Wing, and Enigma. I feel like Super Shot, Stealth Elf, Flash Wing, or Super Shot, Stealth Elf, and Flash Wing is great. Okay, but the thing is, like, if you want the attack buff from what's his face, Smolder. Yeah, Smolder gives fire units 20% additional damage. But once you progress later into the game, you will realize that you keep missing shit. And the nicest leader to have is actually Accuracy Up leader. Okay? These two units have like Accuracy Up. This guy gives buffs. Okay? So I would suggest going for these units as your leader, but Ember's leader is quite okay also. I mean, you know, she is not bad as a leader. So I would recommend going the same team. Okay, Ember. If you're a pay-to-win player, like Ember goes really well with Stormblade as well, because Stormblade's leader like buffs when someone is charging or something like that. So you can stack that up with Ember's self-buffing skill, and then it will stack. Okay, basically. So for Ember, I would recommend the same thing, but if you want to go the conventional bomb team way, which I do not recommend because it's no longer in meta for PvP, so I want to stop you from going down the Ember Spitfire route. Like a lot of people went through that route. My global account also used the bomb team route, and it's not going too well right now. Okay, okay. So, hey, long story short, just pair it up with any Super Shot, Stealth Elf. If you don't pull him, just go for maybe Smolder Dash. Smolder Dash is alright. It's not the best, but it's alright. Smolder Dash. You can actually go for Airstrike even, but I do not really recommend Airstrike because I don't really like how he looks. Okay. Yeah. So that's it. Okay. Super Shot, Stealth Elf, Enigma. No, sorry. Super Shot, Stealth Elf, and Flash Wing. For poor people, for not so poor actually for not poor people, you see, like I have two heroics, right? Just go for 2 heroics then. Just go Enigma, Super Shot, Stealth Elf. But it is a matter of whether you can pull them or not, right? So yeah, if you got them, use them. They're really, really good. Okay, so moving on to type pull, same again. Oh no, every team I would recommend Super Shot, Stealth Elf, Enigma, Flash Wing, huh? I mean, they're really, really good though, eh? Oh man, and yeah, I would recommend that team also with Type Pull. Type Pull has a very cool leader skill whereby, like, if you hit an enemy above 90% health, you reduce the effect accuracy. So if you have a multi target, I mean like AoE multi-hit kind of skill, is gonna be really nice. Units that have that kind of shit most probably like Sharpshooter. What else? Chain reaction. Fuck chain. Okay, chain is trash. Man, I don't know. The type pool is really good on her own, so she shines on her own. You can build a team around her to support, like, you know, using Super Shot, Style, Elf, Enigma, and Flash Ring. I'm gonna stick with that. I think that's the best team. Okay, moving on. Kingpin. Okay, Kingpin is just good on his own. You can just use any team. Like, you can just use him in any team. It will be great. If you want to go like water evasion team, which is pretty gimmicky, like, you know, the Washbuckler. Do I have the tentacle guy here? Washbuckler is... Sorry, yeah? Hold on. Where's that water tentacle guy? Yeah, this guy. So, this guy has a leader where he gives 20% evasion to your entire team. A tanky Kingpin is already annoying. What if you put evasion on it? I think it's gonna be even more fucking annoying. But that's just gimmicky, and I don't really like what he does. So, I don't know. Maybe in future you can do that. But I will not recommend you to have a team with that shit. So maybe with Kingpin, you go Super Shot, Stealth Elf, Enigma, Flash Ring, and Kingpin. You can use Kingpin as leader. And then you know, like, you do the necessary, you know, like, use Kingpin as leader, you use Flash Ring to heal. The leader skill will put heal over time your entire team, which is really nice. That's a synergy, basically. And also, one unit that goes really well with Kingpin is Splat, okay? Because Splat, the more buffs she has on her, it benefits her. And she keeps giving out, I mean, like, you know, she's a snowball kind of character, you know? Like, the longer she stays alive, the more dangerous it becomes. Kingpin gives the whole team extra survivability, putting strength and defense buff up. Really, really good unit. So, once Splat has the so-called, you know, momentum, she'll become stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger. And of course, the one best unit to go with Splat would be Zulu, because Zulu puts a lot of buffs too. But Kingpin puts a lot of buffs too, like consistently two buff plus his shield, so that's like around 3. You know, like, that's pretty good. Like, if you ask me, that's pretty good. So Splat with Kingpin, definitely something that you should look into. And if you are lucky in the future, maybe you can pull like a what's his face. If you can pull what's his face, Zulu in the future, then great. Like, you can put him in as well. Kingpin, Zulu, Splat. Oh, so disgusting. And maybe you don't have to use Flash Ring anymore. I mean, like, I don't know. Maybe you don't. Maybe you need. I don't know. Like, for now, late game, I don't use Flash Ring at all in any PvE content. I don't heal at all in any PvE content, except for Dark Subjugation. Okay, Dark Subjugation, you still need heals, okay? Alright, so moving on to the next one. Pit Boss. Pit Boss, you can just use what fucking ever. Who fucking ever. Wait. Go back. Kingpin is also good with Trigger Happy, okay? Trigger Happy also benefits from the additional buffs. So, having that said, I hope you see a pattern. Go with Kingpin, choose. Long story short, I give you good heroic units, okay? Super Shot, Stealth Elf, Splat, Trigger Happy. These 3 good with... Super Shot, Stealth Elf is good with everyone, okay? These 2, Trigger Happy and Splat, they benefit a lot from the buffs, so you can consider these 2. But it's not a must, okay? It's not a must, okay? Get me? Alright? If you really like Astrite, you can go for him. He can strip. He has utility on top of his 1 mana 4 endurance down skill, and has a knockdown as well. But the thing is, I just don't feel like he does a lot of damage. But I recently saw someone in Global, that upside down Chinese girl, I don't know what's her name, okay? It's in a foreign language. She uses Astrite in her team. At a late game team, okay? He's like top 10, okay? He uses Astrite, and his Astrite hits pretty hard. Maybe all he needs like more investment. I'm not too sure. You can definitely use him, okay? What I'm giving you is what I recommend, okay? If you don't have these units, then, well, poor you. So for Pit Boss basically makes everyone strong, okay? Pit Boss, yeah, you can put Pit Boss with any DPS, okay? Pit Boss with any of the legendaries I mentioned just now is beautiful. Any one of them, okay? Because the fact that he is just a very strong buffer and a stripper, that's all you need in an arena match. Like, if you buff, okay, first turn you charge. Second turn, you still be charging. Maybe you can charge your Ember next, yeah? And then on the third turn, your Ember is done charging. He's done charging. He buffs everyone. Everyone has 70% up damage. 1 mana reduction. 1 mana reduction is big. In case you guys don't know, it is fucking big. Everyone with 1 mana cost, it becomes 0. Everyone has free skill. With Super Shot Stealth Elf, he has 2 0 mana skill. And if you move later into the game, if you get Whirlwind set, Whirlwind resets your cooldown time when you attack the enemy. Having that said, it means that you use 0 mana skill, you shoot the enemy, you reset your skill, you go again and again and again and again for as long as your Whirlwind procs. I've seen one stupid Super Shot Stealth Elf shoot me 4 times in a row with his 0 mana skill. Okay, I'm not lying. So Pit Boss is very, very good. Okay, he's good with Super Shot Stealth Elf, but you don't need Enigma anymore. He's good with Super Shot Stealth Elf. Maybe put a tank in there. To because he needs to cook, right? Maybe you need a tank to help you hold up for a second, and then maybe you don't, for arena. I'm talking for arena, yeah. Maybe, I don't know, tank and then 1 more DPS. 2 DPS, 1 pit boss, 1 tank. That's really nice. That's really nice. Super shot plus, splat might be good. Trigger happy might be good because that's a lot of buffs too, right? And if you use like a tank that can buff the whole team, like Pit Boss, Kingpin, then like just work around the circumstances. For heroic units, like majority is great, but I wouldn't suggest to go for like Flare Wolf. I'm not a big fan of Flare Wolf, too squishy. Smolder is alright. Washbuckler is too ugly. Dive Club is too ugly. Hey, Freeze Blade is good. Freeze Blade, good AoE. Okay, you can use him if you are into AoE shits, but I wouldn't use him with Kingpin because you kind of want the freeze to stick. You don't want the freeze to be removed, or maybe you can just use it to remove. Yeah, you want to cleave anyways, right? So maybe you can use it with Kingpin. Like I personally want the freeze to stick because I've had freeze stuck on me and I did not like it. So I want people to suffer that, So Freeze Blade is good. I'm just gonna tell you what heroics are good, okay? Freeze Blade is good. Smolder is good. The rest that I don't mention, that means they're not good, okay? Dive Clubs can strip, we can land some boom, but I don't see him actually being really effective. So I would skip on that. Smolder is okay. Airstrike is okay. Scratch is also kinda okay. But the thing is, I've not seen anyone use him, and I have not pulled, I've not had a max super boosted one. Maybe I would max super boost one, just to make a video on it. Here, Sharpshooter, I would not recommend. I'm using him on this account. He's fun to play with, but not recommended, okay? As your main account, Trigger happy, he deals a lot of damage. Like he's, as you can see, like he has 2 weapon, 1 glove, and 1 accessory. That means 4 offensive thing. So this is very much like Flare Wolf. We're gonna be very squishy. I would suggest Splat over Trigger happy because Splat is actually pretty tanky. It's hard to die. And after she snowballs, she'll be crazy. Trust me, okay? Trust me. Splat is nice, very nice. Okay. Nah, everything else sucks. Okay, not sucks, not recommended. Okay, Pop Fizz, not recommended. How do I change? Okay, Pop Fizz is kind of nice, but not recommended. Okay, let's go with Splat. I love Splat. Okay, if I can go back in time, Splat is definitely one of the better units. Okay, to me, Roller Brawl is good. Okay, but I don't like her. So it's up to you. Dark and Light, Nightfall fucking good. Dark Spiral is actually pretty good also. Basically all good if you can pull them, okay? So yeah, there you have it. So all those units that I say good, you can use them with Kingpin or Pit Boss, okay? Okay? So for Stormblade, I don't know why I put Stormblade last, but Stormblade, best with Super Shot, Stealth Elf, Enigma, and a healer. Okay, you can refer to Chain BQ's YouTube channel for like super OP Stormblade. Because I don't want to talk too much about Stormblade. I'm not a Stormblade user. He is, and I've seen how he uses him, and it's really, really effective. So head on over there to see like Stormblade crazy plays. If you want to check out like my accounts, I have Ambush, Ember, Spitfire. I have Nightfall. I have Type Pool coming up. Basically all the units here I have except for Stormblade. Yeah, except for Stormblade. All right, so I have 3 accounts. Okay, this is the free-to-play alt. So yeah, I'll showcase them like in videos to come. So yeah, keep an eye out of that. So I think we covered everything. The team composition is just really how much you can eat. Okay, you know how much you can chew, like how big you wanna buy, how much you can chew, and how patient are you? Because a lot of people are like super like impatient. They want to see like immediate progress and da 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 da. That was like the behavior of like majority of the players at the beginning of the game, and now it's like 3 months in, and everyone has like everything maxed, and then be like, fuck, I should have maxed the other thing instead of this one just to save resources. And I'm talking from my own shoes because I built a lot of heroics and rares. Okay, should have built more legendaries if I were to go back in time. Yeah, because I spent quite a bit of money, not too much, maybe like so far $500. Maybe that's a lot to some of you, and it's a lot to me. That's why it's little to some people, you know. But yeah, that's all I have for today. Fucking hell, 36 minutes long. Thank you guys for watching. I hope this is informative. I think it's too fucking long, to be honest. But yeah, hope you enjoyed it. Love you as always. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.